Toram Online, a game that has been alive for nearly a decade and has been consistently getting thousands of players every day since its release back in 2015. Today I'm breaking down everything: gameplay, builds, maps, skills, bosses, monetization, graphics, economy, pros, cons, and my final verdict. So grab your coffee, stand on your car's roof, and let's delve into the world of Toram Online. Also, please don't actually stand on your car's roof. World building and lore. Toram's story isn't its loudest selling point by any means, but it is, however, atmospheric and steady. The world is built on a catastrophic event known as the Cataclysm, which shattered the entire planet into fragments. The gods and natural forces, depending on your interpretation, reassemble the world from mismatched pieces, resulting in regions with wildly different architecture, ecosystems, and cultures sitting side by side. Civilizations trying to rebuild from ruins, ancient technologies being rediscovered, and monsters and humans coexisting uneasily due to its forced world merge. This stitched world concept is not just a backdrop, it's a recurring narrative driver that shapes the geography, factions, conflicts, motivation of NPCs, and many mainline story arcs. On the topic of the mainline story arcs, let's talk about the mainline story quests. The main quests act as a tour through the world's reconstruction and geography. Major arc introduces a new region, a new faction, a new cultural influence, and a new political or magical problem. The pacing is intentional. You discover the world in fragmented pieces, just like the world itself. If you are liking the video so far, please consider subscribing, and commenting. It does help boost engagement, and the algorithm likes that. It'll help push my video out even further. Side quests and sub-stories. This is, in my opinion, where Toram's world rarely breathes. Side quests often reveal more personalities behind NPCs, shows the daily lives of researchers, soldiers, guilds, and travelers. You can explore cultural traditions and lost histories, and it adds nuance to already existing conflicts. While the main story is, of course, the backbone, side quests are the nervous system that fill in the emotional and historical details of Toram's lore. Toram's narrative is far better than most mobile MMORPGs, offering a real world full of identity, intelligent themes, and memorable environments, even if its storytelling structure occasionally wobbles. One of my only and main criticisms is the lack of voice acting that makes reading all the lore in Toram really tedious, as after 35 hours of playing, I got tired of having to read thousands and thousands of lore through lines and cutscenes.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Core gameplay and combat. Gameplay is the heart of Toram. It's manual, it's time-based, and it's built for player skill, not autopilot. Toram features fully manual combat and movement, meaning that there is no auto-attack, as players must manually move, aim, and dodge while controlling the camera themselves to maintain a proper positioning, especially during boss fights with telegraphed attacks, where the player must actively invade cones and danger zones before counterattacking. Next is the skills. Each skill has a parameter, damage formula, MP cost, cooldown, combo chain, compatibility, elements, and special effects like stun, paralysis, or break. Combos are not just chaining abilities, they modify hit counts, they stagger, and can transform the next skill into a chain. For example, some skills have a combo effect tag. They also have a really intricate battle system, which I've never seen before in other MMOs. This is a system where you can break an opponent's armor, and in my opinion it feels really innovative and a creative way to get better armor and drops from boss fights. Next is encounter design and difficulty curve. Toram Online's encounter designs follow a deliberate difficulty curve. Early small mobs introduce basic mechanics like timing, positioning, and resource management. Mini bosses reinforce pattern recognition through telegraphed attacks and mobility-based challenges, and the full-on bosses escalate the complexity and demand coordination, proper party roles, and well-constructed builds. As players level up, difficulty doesn't just increase through raw basic stats, they actually change through counter scale in sophistication, forcing players to refine their combos, adjust their positioning, and synergize with any teammates that they've made along the way, making group dynamics and efficient party composition incredibly important as the game progresses. The next major part is character builds and progression. This is where Toram shines, as it gives freedom for you to build and also do anything with your character. The progression and leveling in early game, you follow main quests for steady XP, focus on one stat set to avoid stat dilation. Throughout the middle game, you start swapping in skill trees to cover your weaknesses, like Mage maybe learns more defensive and mobility skills. Endgame, you respect how it is, many skills and equipment scales drastically change once you meet certain caps. And Toram allows for respecs with costs, so don't be afraid to fool around, test with builds. Memorize monster spawn clusters if you really want to go that deep into it, but I would recommend just having fun. The map has you covered in that regard. Speaking of the map, the game actually has a really cool map system where it shows you where everything is and you can warp to different places. If you've found a town and you've been in it, you can warp to there with 0 cost. But most places normally use this item, which allows you to warp, but it uses one of them in return. The map also has this relationship with mobs in the area. If you kill all the mobs, the next ones that spawn in are going to be less than the ones prior. This, I think, is really cool. It's a really cool anti-AFK mechanism, and I really do like that. Now, next on our list is gear, crafting, and economy. Toram Online's gear progression revolves around a clear tier system, normal, rare, and unique items, which offer better base stats and upgrade potential, while refinements and enchanting further boosts power at a cost of materials and occasional failures, and sockets and X-stores provide additional layers of customization by adding passive bonuses, percentage boosts, or unique effects, and cosmetic dyes exist separately so players can style their gear without affecting stats. Crafting is central to the upgrading loop. Players gather materials from mobs, bosses, dungeons, and events, and then use them to forge their own weapons and armor that can rival or surpass the drops once optimized. Through refining often requires materials, coins, and subcomponents with some RNG involved, making it more of a time sink than a paywall. The player-driven market is governed by supply and demand, so checking prices tends to be essential. Early players profit by selling more high-value crafting materials other than finished items, while endgame crafters earn the most by specializing in niches like enchants and optimized gear. Gold primarily comes from daily quests, the economy, event farming, boss runs, and craft sales, while major money sinks include refining, socketing, and restats or rebuilds, adjustments, and cosmetics. Next is graphics, sound, UI, and control. Toram Online's anime-inspired graphics feature vibrant lighting, colorful spell effects, and expressive character models that bring the fantasy world to life with charm and clarity. Despite visually busy combat scenes, skill effects remain clear and readable, which is crucial for both gameplay and, if you do this, record or stream. The soundtrack enhances immersion, setting moods for exploration of battles, while the distinct combat audio cue alerts players to boss telegraphs. The UI is highly customizable on mobile, placing skill hotbars within easy thumb reach, while PC players benefit from assigning keys like WASD for movement and 1, 2, 3 for skills. Recommended layouts do include positioning your minimap on the top right, centralizing HP and party bars, and enabling text combat logs to track rotations. Touch controls support innovative gestures like swipes and tap to target, while long press skill activation, and providing flexible input options across platforms. Next is a very big thing when it comes to MMOs, the monetization and value. The shop primarily offers cosmetic, convenient items like inventory expansions, stamina refills, and temporary boosts, but critically, it does not sell gear that directly boosts stats or power. This means that there is no pay-to-win barrier. Progression is driven by time investment, skill, and game knowledge. While premium convenience options can speed up grinding for players, they don't outright give power advantages. For those considering spending, cosmetics are a safe choice if you enjoy personalization, and investing in inventory or refining materials can save significant time. However, it is wise to avoid impulse purchasing during events unless you understand its long-term value. Overall, I do think Monetization wise, Toram in-shop items offer a long-term player who appreciates crafting, building, optimization, personalization, or just someone who wants to have a nice looking character. My final verdict. Toram Online stands out as one of the deepest mobile MMORPGs that you can play on PC to this day. Its classless progression, fully manual combat, and robust crafting and economy system gives it a feel of a true PC MMO tailored for mobile devices. This game rewards skillful play, exploration, and dedication, and if you enjoy experimenting with builds and dislike autoplay mechanics and seeking meaningful long-term progression, Toram is absolutely worth your time. That being said, it's not too much for casual and distracted players. It demands your focus, but it does repay its back richly. Do you think Toram Online's a bad game, or do you think it's just an underrated title that's had its time in the spotlight and now it's finally on its way out? Leave your views in the comment section below.